How's everybody doing? I'm yours truly, Mr.Taliaferro. Let me be clear with my platform. I want to be as respectful, as informative as possible, right? And I do want to tell the game how I think it to be and not do what the fan in me wants to say or whatever. You know, I want to be responsible with my platform. I want to say this from the bottom of my heart. I don't believe the Warriors are better without Kevin Durant. I know a lot of people have been painting that narrative. The Warriors are better without Kevin Durant. I don't necessarily believe that. They're different without Kevin Durant. And let's just break it down. When Kevin Durant is not on the basketball court for the Warriors, it allows the ball to move more and other guys get involved. When KD's on the court, guys like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, offensively, they get stagnant and lazy. Draymond Green as well, because, you know, with the shot clock down to 6 seconds, I could throw that thing into KD and get a basket. They're different without Kevin Durant. They probably would have swept the Portland Trailblazers if KD would have played. I don't want to use the term better, but they're different. And if you look at their matchup in the NBA Finals against the Kawhi Leonard-led Toronto Raptors, this is another one of those series where Durant wouldn't be needed. All right? Again, against the Portland Trailblazers, you don't need Kevin Durant. It probably was a worse matchup for them to play. You know, like Steph Curry of the Portland Trailblazers said, he said that his brother Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors were tougher to defend because they have to move around more with KD out of the lineup. I can see that. I agree with that. You know, I get it. But not better, though. He didn't use the term better. You know, when I'm looking at the Raptors and this team that's built around Kawhi Leonard, think about it. Look at what the Warriors have did or in the finals the last couple years with LeBron James in the mix, right? They've pretty much made his mind go so many places that he couldn't focus on things that he's great at. What do you mean by that? With Kevin Durant on the basketball court, and salute to one of my closest friends, one of my homies, Kelsey, he told me this, and I thought it to be true a couple weeks ago. He said Kevin Durant joined the Golden State Warriors to be one guy, LeBron James, and he was right about that. He was 100% on the money. That is the reason why Kevin Durant was sought out by Draymond Green, reportedly crying in his car after that Game 7 loss. He was there for LeBron James. So let me add one guy to that. Kevin Durant was brought to the Golden State Warriors to be LeBron James, and now add Kawhi Leonard to that. Guys like this, meaning if Kevin Durant doesn't play, Kawhi Leonard now can guard Steph Curry. That's a big deal. If Kevin Durant does play, you would assume that Kawhi Leonard is going to get a lot of the responsibility on Kevin Durant. All right, so if Kawhi's got to guard Steph, obviously his mind can be on offense more. If there is a Steph and a KD, I mean, logically thinking, you tend to believe that Kawhi's going to be more tired dealing with KD half the game and Steph on switches, right? That's a lot to deal with. 2 MVPs, guys that you got to roam around with. And not to mention, switching on Klay Thompson isn't too much better, right? He can get off. So just think about this series with Kevin Durant playing. The Warriors are better with KD in the lineup. It just depends on who's the matchup. So maybe against the Rockets or maybe against the Portland Trailblazers, you don't need KD as much. But against a team like the Toronto Raptors, when they're star-driven, just look, they're a better version of the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're better than what LeBron had in the finals last year with Cleveland, right? But think about it in the grand scheme of things, it's still one-player driven. The Cavs went as LeBron went. The Raptors are going to go as Kawhi Leonard goes. Now, Kawhi is a better defender than what LeBron is at this point, so he could probably multitask a little better than Bron can, but at the end of the day, if Kawhi doesn't have to deal with Kevin Durant, and by the way, on the other end, you got to find somebody now that can guard Kawhi as well. You know, it's probably going to be the Iguodala who's on one leg right now, or Draymond, who, again, he's a focal part of your offense. You couldn't go Steph. You maybe could go Klay. We'll see. But these are pivotal things here. Pivotal rotations are being decided right now with KD out of the mix. And I just want to clear that up. The Warriors are not better without Kevin Durant. They're different. And against certain teams, he matches up well with some teams, maybe like the Clippers, right? KD pretty much willed them through. But against Portland, I don't think the Warriors necessarily needed a KD to beat them. Now, speaking of the word need, I'll say this. The Warriors don't need Kevin Durant. I want to make that clear. The Warriors do not need KD. That's a point that I've been trying to drive home. But to say that they're a better team without KD, I think that's disrespectful to his game and how great he is. They're not better without KD. They're different. And with that, the ball flows around more and guys like Draymond are able to get involved more. I mean, you got one guy getting involved when KD plays, and then sometimes other guys. And when KD doesn't play, like 4 to 5 guys get involved. Looney's getting touches, Jordan Bell's getting minutes, Quinn Cook. It's just a different type of offense. But trust and believe, the Warriors will want to have KD against Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors. I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. You are now tuned in.
Yo, we locked in right now,
Mr.Taliaferro.
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 Mr. Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr.Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV. Here with the Triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.